Morning, or should I say hey up. It's 7:45 AM. That's at morning. Busy day today. Oh, by the way, I'm Mick Fogg. Here we go again. I'm an independent funeral director. I'm based in Sheffield. Thanks for liking, thanks for subscribing, and thanks for leaving us a comment. No, I'm not going, I'm just starting. And I'm just starting my day today. I'm in Sheffield city centre. I'm at West Bar. And I'm making my way up to High Green for my first arrangement. I'm a bit early, which I know I'm early. I'm not a bit early, I am early. But you never know with traffic at this time in the morning. So I thought, well, I'll set off early, I'll go and get there. I'll probably be too early to go to the address. I'm booked in for between 8:30 and 9 o'clock. So maybe too far out to be truthful with you. I'm going to do a funeral arrangement for a family, and then after that I've got another arrangement. So first arrangement today, funeral arrangement I've got is up at High Green. The next funeral arrangement that I have, it's not far from High Green actually, it's just down through Chapeltown. It's at Eckles Field. And that family have got funeral directors all around them, but they chose to use us. Why have they chose to use us? Well, when I spoke to the person who I spoke to, and I just says, how come you chose us? He says, well, it's simple, just seeing your premises on social media, because you're not embarrassed or ashamed to put them on. And I've seen other places near me and there's nothing. They've got no. One's a little building painted blue and it's a bit like a dog kennel. And I just started laughing, because I said I know that is straight away. Why don't funeral directors have open days? And it's not for everybody to go to a funeral director's and have a look round, you know what I mean? It's not like going out for a day, is it? You know, it's going to a funeral home to have a look round. But death intrigues a lot of people. Death, I think there's a mystery behind it as well, that for a long time, in fact nearly forever, what happens after death is shrouded in mystery behind closed doors, and you've got to be in the know to know what happens, sort of thing. It's one of them, a bit like being a mason. I'm a Freemason, and there's that many theories about what Freemasons, and people will say, oh, I don't know, you're one of them Satan worshippers, you bastard. Well, we're not Satan worshippers, and I look Masons for the reason that, oops, if any Masons watching, I swore, and I'm sorry, because we don't swear. We don't swear in lodge, and we're not really supposed to swear in public, because we're giving Freemasonry a bad name, and it's not what it needs. It needs a good name, because numbers are dwindling, basically. I'll do a blog one day about Masons, I think, because it is the most amazing organisation I can go on about. It beats funeral directors, being a Mason. Apart from National Lottery, it's the biggest giver to charity, and it always has been. Anyway, I'm not going to go on about Masons because it's not their channel. That's just something that I'm a member of and I'm proud of. And no, we don't chase goats round and things like that. And there's no. I'm not even going to give them satisfaction of talking about crap that I see online that happens in a lodge. What I would say is, join a lodge, have a look, go as just a guest and have a look and see what you think. Yeah, there's codes that we do and there's rituals that we do, but that's what I love about it. It's steeped in history. some of the things that we do have been done. It's the oldest fraternity in history. It's just amazing. It comes from temples. Anyway, enough of that. Back to what I was saying. And what were I saying? Well, I've forgot, because I've once again diverged off of what I was saying. But shall I turn camera off now? I don't know. I ain't got a clue what I were on about. Anyway, whatever I were on about, that's what I were on about. You've got gist of it, I hope. I've right lost me sen now. Don't see this normally, do you, on YouTube and TikTok and all that? Whoever's talking, I don't know what you're going to say. Because a lot of times, and when I'm watching it, it's like read off a script. Oh yeah, I mentioned that, and I'll put camera there, and then I'll be looking at, as I'm looking at camera, and behind it is all what I'm going to say and all that. Well, if I did that, that's what I'm looking at basically. So I'm looking at Sheffield City Council. I'm near Hillsborough now, heading towards Hillsborough. I used to work at a funeral home up here called John Ferris, and do you know something? John Ferris was, without a doubt, probably the best funeral home in Sheffield. Seriously. It was manically busy. It were, honestly. And we covered Oak Cross and all this end of Sheffield, realistically. Nobody got a look in up here when it were John Ferris. Sadly, it's been took over by Co-op, and I'm not knocking anybody what works here, because Mick, who works up here at Ferris, makes an absolute diamond. He genuinely is, and I see him when I'm going to bring loved ones into care from hospitals and things like that, and he's a right nice bloke. And a lot of others are really nice who work at Ferris. No, they all, well, yeah, 99.9% of them are nice. So that's where I'm heading up past now, past Ferris. See, that's the thing about the fuel industry. Sometimes a company's given a bad name, and a lot of it's jealousy, and a lot of it's through spite, just through, if somebody don't like you, they'll slate you. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I was watching a thing over there, and they were saying, don't buy Warbites Bread. It was on Facebook. This woman had found half a rat in this loaf of Warbites, apparently. God knows how she got half a rat in a loaf of bread. But anyway, don't buy Warbites Bread, it's got rats in it. Well, come off it, let's be right. A load of rubbish. I'm not swallowing that. Well, literally, I'm not going to swallow that half a rat, am I? Let's be right about it. Who is? But to me, it looked, the picture that they put on looked wrong. It just didn't look right. But there were thousands and thousands of people putting rubbish on about it. Oh yeah, I saw a spider in a loaf when I bought one. I've never touched it since. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. I'm going to ring Jonathan Warburton up and say to him, listen John, I'm going to get one of your loaves of bread. I like that extra thick bread of theirs, because I don't believe that rubbish that's on about it's half a rat. And he'll be like, what the fuck, who's saying that? It's a load of rubbish. And that's what happens. People decide that we're gonna get together and we're gonna slate somebody. But why I'm talking about bread, tell you what would put them straight. That kid who kicks door in, is it Samuel A. Jackson or something? I don't know. There must be only some coin to have these actors on, because I mean, let's be right, a loaf of bread, it's only £1.70, £1.60, something like that. I don't know how much a loaf of bread is. Don't look at it, to be truthful with you. More interested in looking for rats in it. But whatever a loaf of bread costs, that film star that's advertising for Warbites, he's not working for 3 and 6, is he? That's what I mean. You know how much profit is there in bread? I'll ask Paul Meadows. Paul Meadows is a baker in Sheffield. He's my mate, Paul. He does best oven bottoms, and I'm not lying to you here. Paul does proper oven bottom bread cakes. He is, without a doubt, the best. Without a doubt, the best. Valley Bakery. Amazing guy, absolutely. And he's, Paul, I hope he don't mind me mentioning this if he watches, started from no. Paul started from nothing at all, and he's worked his way up, and he's really well respected in industry. I shouldn't say that really, because there's people who will slate him, because they always is, because they don't like that somebody else is getting on. But if you want oven bottom bread cake, proper bread cakes, if you live in Sheffield and you want the nicest bread cakes ever, get down to Job Lot, because he supplies Job Lot, my mate, and get some of his oven bottoms, and you'll say wow. And they are beautiful. Bit of a shout out for Paul Meadows there and Donna. Hope you're both having a lovely day. They'll have been up early. Them. This is bloody all late afternoon for them. They're up at about 2:30 every morning baking, and everything's done fresh. All confectionate's done fresh. Big word for me. I mean buns. All bread cakes is done fresh. Lads who work for him are an absolute diamonds. Fat Richard's no longer working for him. Fat Richard nearly ended up making him go bankrupt. He were eating that much of bloody stuff. In fact, I don't think they'd have got him in ovens. But nice kid, Fat Richard. He were a nice kid. He lives on Lower Manor now. Yeah, and I know I've been to see him since I was looked after a member of family. I see Mr. Sheffield's being reunited. Anybody what don't live in Sheffield, Mr. Sheffield's an horse that lived just up here on Saltbox Lane at Granaside. Some evil sod pinched it. Anyway, it's been reunited, thank God. Some holes. What time are we on? Okay. We're alright for time. Whoop. Little church there, on right. Happy memories. Happy memories. Do you know what wait at Parsons Cross? That's all I'm going to say. There's always a mattress and a skip, isn't there? So, that's what I was going to say when I was back there, when I got diverted off to talk about some holes. Oh, what is it now? I just had it in my head and then it's gone again. So I'm going to Eckles Field next, after I've been up to High Green. Doing arrangements up there. Nice place this, Granaside. It's a lovely place. Really nice place. And we've done a lot of funerals up here, hell of a lot. We do a lot of funerals, I'd say. To say that we're at the other end of Sheffield, you couldn't get more split than what we are. But lots of families call upon us and say, we want you to look after our loved one. I were going to mention about, somebody put on a blog yesterday that they'd gone to Co-op in Doncaster. I think I did put a bit on you last night, but I was so tired when I got in. I honestly were shattered. And Co-op have stopped going out to do funeral arrangements in people's homes. Absolutely diabolical. As I said yesterday on my blog, if that's the case, they're not doing anything for you, then don't turn out for them. Go to somebody else. So if you speak to a funeral director, if you have the need to speak to one in the next few days, well, hours, days, months, whenever, just say I'd like a funeral director to come out and see me at my address. And if the answer is, well, I'm sorry, we don't do that, so that's not a problem at all, but I'll find somebody else who will come out and see me. Because the more that people do that, we need to vote with our feet. Mind you, you've got to be careful if you're voting with your feet, because I mean, we're all voting about these bloody illegal immigrants coming in, and that Keir Starmer don't like that, does he? He's having none of it. Dictator, him. Absolute dictator. So apparently I'm right wing, or whatever he calls it, because I don't want illegal immigrants being just allowed into country, and I don't want them to have hotels and all that. And people say, well, Keir Starmer and that say, oh, he's racist. You can't say that. You cannot do. You can't go around smashing places up. I get that, and that's the wrong way to protest. But we can protest, but now if we do protest, we're classed as racist. Unreal, absolutely unreal. Luckily we've only got 4 or 5 years of this lot being in power, because I think they'll have done so much damage at the end of that time. Everybody will be so glad to get somebody else in. Shouldn't have voted for me in first place. I've got friends who say, oh, I vote Labour because my granddad and my dad voted Labour. Yeah, I know, but that's when it were Labour. These lot aren't Labour. The Conservatives with a different name. You want to vote for somebody, look at which party does best for you. It might be Labour that does best for you. You might want loads of illegal immigrants in country. Vote Labour if you do. Get them voted in. Crack on with it. If not, I'm on Allwood Road, Bracken Hill, junction off. If not, vote for somebody with a bit of sense, somebody who knows what it's all about. It's nice up here. It's right nice, honestly, High Green. It really is. And people are lovely. People are genuinely lovely up here. When we had an open day at our funeral home, we had people come from up here. They actually, I spoke to about 8 or 9 people who, when I asked, where have you come from? Oh, we live at High Green. And I was like, oh my God, come right from High Green. And they had an interest in funerals and in our loved ones are looked after. And they says, nobody at our end of Sheffield has these open days and that. Well, there's a reason for that, if you want my advice. If a funeral director hasn't had an open day, he's embarrassed at his premises. He don't let you in. They don't want you to see behind the scenes, because they might have to invest in some money. They might have to, you know, tidy it up a bit. I believe that funeral directors should have open days, should have open evenings. I don't know, 3 days a week, once a year, or 3 nights a week. I just think it'd be good. I'm nearly at my destination now, so I'm going to get going. I'll upload this morning, so you've got something to watch while you're having your breakfast or your dinner. Thanks for liking, thanks for subscribing, thanks for leaving me a comment, and thanks for taking the time to actually follow me, subscribe, watch. Seriously, thanks a lot. It matters. It really does matter. So, right, look after yourselves. Oh, that's a nice horse box. Look at that. That's a right horse box, that, isn't it? It's a beauty. Oh, it's a cafe. It's not an horse box. Sorry, it's a cafe. One of them probably coffee things, isn't it? Good idea though, great idea that. Get close to that bollard. Right, so I'm going to upload this. 2 parts probably once again because I've rabbited on. Have a fantastic day and I'll catch you all later. Take care, look after your sens and be good.